I'm not gonna lie, I kinda made this deck as a bit, but it actually turned out to be better than I expected and actually kinda good. UA and Punk have a weird synergy that I don't think anyone ever tried to use before, partially because the formats never seem to align, and partially because why would you? There are so many better options. And that's true, there probably are better options, but this is the most fun one, so let's get into it. This deck is based around 8 principles. 1. Psychic and Punisher is extremely hard to out if our life points are low enough. Usually your opponent tries to crash into it, and that is usually enough if all you did was activate your punk monsters, but if you do something else, it's a lot harder to out. Principle number 2, UA Signing Deal lowers your life points and gets us a free UA monster. Number 3, UA Signing Deal can be searched by banishing UA Penalty Box from the graveyard. It's one of the best searchers in the game, but usually UA doesn't have a way to mill them very well. Number 4, the Punk Engine and the Ishizu cards mill, like, a lot. A lot. Number 5, UA Penalty Box is not once per turn at all, not soft, not hard, it's just not. You can activate it as much as you want. And UA can bait out hand traps better than pretty much any other archetype in the game, and especially in best of 1 format, your opponent is not going to be able to tell if they should just let it resolve or not. And if they do let it resolve, we're gonna be fine. UA can actually build some really strong endboards. But between our searchers, Hyper Stadium, and Signing Deal, our opponent's gonna try to hand trap us way before they try to stop the Punk Engine. Finally, and very notably, every single card in this deck is a small world bridge. We can use UAs to go into punks, to go into hand traps, to go into literally anything. Small world becomes one of the best cards in this deck, and that is really worth it in this format. Before we jump into replays, I just want to highlight some of the things this deck can do and some plays that might not be immediately obvious, especially if you're new to UA cards. Turnover Tactics needs 2 UA monsters on the field to activate, not to resolve. This comes up a lot, trust me. Hyper Stadium plus UA Stadium will get you an Omni Negate plus 1 pop, or negate all monsters upon summoning. It plays around Max C, so that's very good if you get hit with that. It's a bit of a complicated line though, but just practice a little bit, you'll get to it. Our first match is against Sword Soul. We start out with Hyper Stadium to search out for a UA and also to try to bait out an Ash. There's no Ash, we get no reaction, and we summon our Punk. In perm, that's why we had no reaction. Alright, moving on. Time for plan Verte, except without the Verte, just Fusion Destiny, straight out DPE pass. It's fine, we have a Max C, we're gonna get a turn at 3, and we're gonna be in good shape to win this match. No called by, Max C is online, we're good to go. I know it's a bit risky to keep DPE on the field right now, but honestly, I just feel like if we don't keep DPE, there's a non-zero chance we'll just get OTK through the Max C challenge, so I figured better to keep him on the field and hope for the best. He starts doing the Sword Soul line, we play one of the Ishizu cards, because yeah, sometimes that's a nice hand trap-ish just to stay alive. And looking at our hand, we're going to be in very good shape if we'll literally have a next turn. And okay, they're going into battle phase, that's great. Interest sequencing here, I thought they could banish the GPE this turn, but hey, I'm not complaining, sure, let me keep the GPE, why not? GPE comes back and he fires off Shishao very, very early. Interesting choice. Time for sports. We use Foolish Barrier to send Penalty Box to the grave, we grab Hyper Stadium, and now we search for Player Manager. Normal summon midfielder lets us special summon Player Manager from our hand, and he's going to try to stop that by popping both our field spell and our monster. He doesn't know that's not going to do anything, it still resolves. He's going to banish Player Manager, but that's fine. He did his job. He came here, he cheered everyone up, he coached everyone, gave everyone a new plan, and now he's out. He did his job. It's time for the punks to take to the field. And now we get to show off how this weird build of heroes and UAs actually works really well with the Punk engine. We brought back the Nair from the DPE engine, and now we're going to summon this Trudeau targeting the Nair. We'll go into Chaos Ruler and we'll start milling, and there we go, some Ishizu cards. Perfect. We'll grab back Blink Spreader Zombie and Chaos Ruler, and we go into Barone. We special summon a Malicious onto the field, and with this Trudeau we could make one more level 10, but at this point I realize we are far past overkill, so we're just gonna go for it. And that is it for the first duel. On to the next one. And our next match is against Sky Strikers. Okay, well, I'm gonna max C, but that's not gonna give us much. I mean, it is Sky Strikers. Also, wow, playing Sky Strikers in a Shizu format. That's a brave person. Alright, we're actually gonna get a draw for a Max C, and time to Gamma. They hit us with a Max C during their turn? I'm not sure if that's the right call, but who knows, maybe they're just not running any impactful hand traps, and they think it's better just to have an extra draw right now. Who knows? We play Signing Deal to summon Player Manager from the deck, and then Hyper Stadium to search out another UA. We're going to bounce Player Manager back to your hand, and then that's going to trigger Player Manager's effect in hand, which will resummon itself, but now its effects are no longer negated. Oh, come on. Oh, you're actually going to be negating Playmaker instead. Fair enough. I will note, we could have gone for the OTK with Draglubion, but I didn't know if what they had in hand, so, you know, Ghost Over could have killed us. I figured it's safer just to attack, and then make Verte at the end, because it's Sky Striker. I feel like we're going to be fine. Okay, yeah, I feel a little bit bad about that one. Yeah, sorry, dude. Bit of a breaky start, but that's fine. We're going to start off with Hyper Stadium, and he's going to hit us with Max C. That's fine. We're going to counter that with Gamma, and now we have an actual opener because we didn't before. We're going to grab Perfect Taste, and then we're going to sync off into Chaos Ruler. He already used his hand trap, so I think we should be not okay, apparently. Alright, yeah. Okay, Valor. Okay, fuck it. Normal summon Perfect Ace. Just tribute the Chaos Ruler. It's fine. He's a negate. It should be good. Oh joy, it's Flu. Okay, we have to let this spell resolve because we need to save the negate for monsters if they didn't brick. No, they have one. Okay, good thing we saved the negate. Alright. Okay, they set a card. If that's Dreaming Town, we might be in trouble. Perfect Taste only works during their turn, not our. Okay, we're gonna keep trying to bait the Dreaming Town. Oh, it's just Imperm. That's fine. We're just gonna attack, and we're gonna keep the field as is. We could go into a few different options. We could go into Apo or whatever. But to be completely honest, I just feel more safe with Perfect Ace. Perfect Ace is gonna carry. Let's go. Let's go, Perfect Ace. No. He was gonna try to do the Rongo bullshit. No. No. No, 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 no. No. Bad. Bad Flu player. Bad. Okay, I'm really glad I kept Perfect Ace. So the question is this deck good? And the answer is yes, actually. Much better than I expected. That's why it ended up being level max at the Duelist Cup. Is it better than the other Punk builds or Chaos or whatever thing that is running Grass right now? And the answer to that is no, not even a little bit. I want to try to cope a little, but no, this is... no. It's the best you can probably make UA if you want to count this as UA, which I do. But it's not better than any other build, really. There's some funky stuff you can do, and you're gonna get some wins because people just don't know what UA cards do, which is half the fun. But no, there's probably easier, better ways to use the Punk cards or the Shizu or whatever. But hey, out of all the ways to use them, this is one of them. Also, yeah, it's just fun. And on that note, yeah, I like to build jank and see how far I can go on ladders, so if you want to see more of that, subscribe. I'm going to be back next week with more jank.